At Treehouse, we aspire to deliver to you the perfect pour every single time. And to do that with a crisp beer like the one that I have in my hand, you need a Lukr side pull faucet. To reinforce the mindset of a perfect pour, this winter we sent a team member from each Treehouse location to the Lukr Perfect Pour Academy to do just that.
Was actually right over here serving up some side pulls. Our director Andrew came over, had this kind of weird little smile and little twinkle in his eyes.
What happened was I was working down here, it's a normal day, and my boss Dylan came up to me. He's like, "Hey, let's go have a chat."
Trish pulled me over. She said she had a project for me to do, but she was acting weird, so I was very suspicious. I kind of heard about the situation because she asked if I had a passport.
We're going up the stairs to the break room, and obviously I'm sweating a little bit, and they told me that I was going on this trip. It just felt really cool. It felt really special. How cool is that you picked me? You picked me.
Outside of this Czech trip, it was just Montreal trips, Ontario, just eastern part of Canada. First time in Europe.
That's like awesome.
That was the moment that hit me where I was like, wow, we're really here. Like, we're in another world.
My name's Tom Donaldson. I'm the senior packaging operator here at Treehouse Brewing. Been here for a little over 2 years now.
Name's Jake Goyette. I'm a bar lead at Charlton, Mass location, and I've been here for just over 6 years.
Hi, I'm Lauren, and I've been here for about 3 years, and I'm the senior bar lead here in Sandwich.
I'm Gabe Griffin. I'm the senior bar lead at the Deerfield location, and I've been with Treehouse since September of 2018.
My name is Haley Chandler. I work in Tewksbury. My title is bar lead, and I've been here for a little over a year.
Hello, my name is Ondřej. I'm a head tapster in the Lukr company, and welcome to Pilsner. I'm a tapster for 9 years. In the year 2022, I won a Pilsner Urquell Master Bartending competition. The Lukr company asked me just to rule a new training facility under their company. So I'm now the head tapster in the Lukr.
Lukr is one of the largest manufacturers of side pull taps in the entire world.
In 1999 was when the Nostalgie was invented after 8 years of testing and trial and R&D and all that.
And actually it was really interesting to see the evolution of them and really even how they're still providing these advanced ways of doing it. The north-south lever was really cool to see.
The Lukr tap has 2 functions. If you creak it on a little bit, it'll pour you just foam. And the foam has little itty-bitty tiny bubbles. Big bubbles can warp the flavor of beer. It is almost like a creamy foam. And then you open the tap all the way to get clean beer. And you're pouring clean beer underneath your foam so that the foam insulates your beer.
After a few years, we realized that we have so many customers that have our faucets in North America, but about 90% of them don't know how to operate with them. So that's why we opened this facility to learn people how to pour a beer on our faucets.
Over the 6 years that I've been here, this company is constantly looking to bring the best of what this industry has to offer and put our own spin on it, but also get back to the roots of it. We've had the Lukr side pulls on since right around COVID, but we never got officially trained by the manufacturers. Getting over there and getting the information directly from them was important.
There's a strong culture with these taps and the side pulls, and I think it was really to immerse in that culture and teach our other bartenders as well the importance of the integrity of the side pull pour.
With a side pour, you basically have way more control of the speed and the flow of how the beer is coming out. Instead of like a normal faucet, a normal tap, just open, all you have is open and close. This, you can determine how much foam you want to do, how much beer you want to put into the glass. You can create a nice thick layer of foam on top of the beer so that the beer doesn't lose any aroma, keeps all the flavor and everything inside that beer.
Day one of the Perfect Pour Academy was mostly a get to know our teacher day. So we met at the Perfect Pour Academy and we chatted for a while, and then we basically did a little pub crawl.
Thirsty.
We went to 5 different Czech pubs.
5 different places and had the same beer, but they tasted different because they were poured different. And it was really interesting to kind of see it in action.
They appreciate it. Oh my goodness, I get, and not everything's a stadium pour. Not a Bud Light pour.
Stadium pour?
That's They have tankovnas, and these tankovnas, instead of using a keg system, use these giant barrels that sit usually over the bar, sometimes under, and they're filled directly in, almost like you're doing an oil fill. So they come in with the pipe, with the beer truck, fill it as fresh as can be inside these tanks, usually lasts 3 to 4 days.
My favorite beer on the trip was that sour that we had at one of the breweries. Boy, was it delicious. It was so good. It was a perfect balance of sour and fruit flavor. It was really, really good. And it was served on a side bowl.
Treehouse is known for our New England style IPAs. Big, thick, juicy, tropical beers. Pilsner is the complete opposite of that. Not many ingredients, very delicate, nice, crisp, refreshing beer. And when you have a beer like that, you want to trap and keep all those flavors and those aromas in as much as you can. And when you have a side pour, having a thick head helps trap all those essences of the Pilsner that you want to keep inside of it.
Day 2 of our class was our long day. We started out probably around 8 or 9 in the morning, and we poured probably 60 beers.
Learning how to pour beers, pouring. I think we poured probably like 80 or 90 beers, kicked a couple kegs.
They clean all their mugs by hand, store them in chilled water all day, so that your mug is freezing cold when you get your beer, which is really rad.
I keep getting like, it's metallic, like almost.
It tastes metallic, like metal.
Will be on the rim, great. Slowly taking the glass towards you. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
It's a beauty, look at that.
Perfect.
Hell yeah.
That's it. Great. With the Czech lager, we prefer 3 basic styles of pouring. Hdladinka, big beer in a big glass with head of wet foam on top, perfectly balanced, crisp, and also the taste. Then the Schnitt, like the small beer in big glass, beer for taste, something special here in Czech Republic.
It's a lot harder than you think. I struggled with a Schnitt pour so much. I'm still practicing.
And then Mliko or Mliko pour, which is all foam taken traditionally as a celebratory shot.
You're not meant to hang around with the milk pour. You absolutely crush it. Cue Tom, cue him up. Where is he?
Here we go.
Watch it. One.
I'm glad I don't want to do this. Thank you. It's delicious.
Oh, there it is. So that night's probably my favorite part of the whole thing was we got to jump behind a bar during their busy hours and actually pour beers for customers. If I take anything out of that, that'll probably be my biggest thing I'll take out of it is I got to pour beers for customers in Europe.
A little nerve-wracking.
Really nerve-wracking.
Don't touch the glass.
That was a bit challenging.
Learned a lot under pressure. I think a little bit of pressure is good.
They all came coming in, thirsty as ever.
It was busy. It was busy. We're just slinging beers left and right. And I'll never forget that. I loved it.
I wanted to go that way. Can we think?
I'm trying to break the habit.
I did that.
Big shout out to those bartenders and beer tenders. They were so nice and just tried to be so constructive.
So you had people all around you helping you out, letting you know what you're doing wrong. They were very blunt about what you were doing wrong, which is great.
Being at that tap, pouring those beers and seeing those orders coming out pretty rapidly was really, really cool.
It was so cool. Like to actually pour at a Czech pub was wild.
We had a great amount of time to ourselves, which was really, really great. Treehouse didn't have to do that, and they did, and they made sure that we had time to just spend with each other.
Hopefully you get to see him in the video. Petra, really cool dude.
He took my hat and did a bow at the end.
We did the underground beer cellar tour. We're talking these like underground beer cellars, caves from the 1400s. Crazy.
Research during the reconstruction. Or some art. Pavements. They are over 300 years old.
My favorite activity definitely probably was the Pilsner Arkel tour.
Oh my God, I was like a kid in a candy store. Probably their packaging department is about the size of our brewery here. I've never seen anything like it, the scale that they have.
Then the third day was the test. And I would vouch for everyone that we were all shaking in our boots.
So all of us were studying late at night, studying our packets.
On the Hdladinka pour? 30 to 40? Yeah.
Oh, I see what you
So,
mean. Okay.
okay, it shall not go under 10 and
Yeah.
below 5.
Of space
Mm-hmm.
here.
Okay.
Usually fair we're up here, we don't have stuff. Yeah.
And the brewery.
The ones that we got wrong were all measurement based because we don't use the metric system in the United States.
5 to 10? Yeah.
And then we poured a bunch of beers. So we had to pour 7 beers. You had to pour 3 Hdladinka pours, 3 Schneid pours, and 1 Mliko pour.
and we all passed, and we are now official tapsters.
Being, in all of that history and culture, it really just blew me away.
Czech beer culture is different than in the rest of the world. It's something which is very important to us, and it's like a Czech national gold.
Perfect Pour Academy, I think, is something that more breweries probably should try and do. I know that there are more breweries in the US that are starting to include Lukr taps in their tap rooms. I just hope that they know how to use them properly so that you can get, for lack of a better term, a perfect pour. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's solidified. Like, I chose the right career, and that's a Pilsner, a lager is super, super simple recipe-wise. What is the hardest thing to master? Because of how little there is going into the beer and how delicate it is. And if you can get it right and it tastes good on the first, it is mind-blowing.
It's cool to see Treehouse see the vision of a future and change and innovate, but also like honor the past with these tried and tested styles that people love. There's nothing quite like having a crispy, beautiful Pilsner or a lager beer on a hot summer day and sitting outside on that patio. It's just, it's wonderful.
It's very evident that Treehouse holds itself to a super high standard, a standard of this is what our beer should taste like, and if it's not, we don't serve it. How we serve our beer is so, so important. Making sure that you give enough foam, that you give the right amount of beer, that it's served in a proper glass.
I think what distinguishes Treehouse from other craft breweries is beyond the scale of it. It's very easy to come in here and be like, wow, this is the biggest, the best, something that's bright and shiny can always look like it is the best. But why I think we really are the best, and I know we're the best, being at the forefront of the craft brewery boom since the early 2010s and now all the way through this new decade, it shows that we are willing to innovate and change, but also stay true to the roots and honor the heritage that has come before us.
The goal is, for us, that's what we want, is to make the beer taste as the best it could possibly be.
Treehouse expects perfect pours, just about every single time.
If it isn't a perfect pour, dump it. We're not worried about the loss of product here. We want to make sure that it is presented to the customer as best as it can be, as the way we were trained. It just shows the pride in it. It shows that you care about the product.
Cheers in Czech means na zdraví.
Na zdraví.
Na zdraví.
No stravi. Give me a beer. I need one. Let's go get it.